What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Please do me a favor and hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Do everything necessary to get this thing to live strong, man, and survive, right, and thrive. Let me go ahead and turn on this chart over here, team. I'm having a little bit of trouble streaming, so please let me know right away if you can actually see my logo in the screen. Yeah, not sure exactly what's going on my side, but I'm not seeing the projection coming through. So if it is there, go ahead and throw those A's in the chat, and please let me know, Discord, if you can see it as well. And oh gee, my apologies. I hate it that, you know, the intro stops and I'm like, I just gotta blurt through it. You know what I mean? I'm so sorry, you guys. But please let me know if you can see the stream coming through with the logo on the you could, right? Okay, good deal. I love it. I love it. So OG CoinFox, my apologies again, you guys. I hate that I feel weird every time I do that. But yeah, Smoke, what is up, you guys? I see in here, Chad, what is up, dude? Good to see you. DJ, Off-Grid Gorilla, I see you, buddy. Tahoe Joe, my buddy Kit Kittredge, I got you, man. We're going to go ahead and take a look at those stickers right now. And 93, what's up? Hey, Damon. And yeah, you know what, guys? I know that it's going to be a little bit, I guess. What's up, Ian? Good to see you there. Pennington, what is up, Pappy? And I just wanted to say that out loud, by the way. Hey, little buddy. So, yeah, you guys, I know that it's going to be a little bit of a slower night tonight. William, Busy Brands, and Not Legal Advice, I believe, are on live right now, right? So, oh, that's why you guys couldn't see it. Okay, let me try to refresh that here in Discord, and let me know if this is coming through now. Is this okay now, Discord? Dude, that's why. So, OGG, I completely blurted through you, buddy. My apologies. And the screen wasn't even going, so I'm sure you would have been able to tell when the intro was over. And I feel bad about that, buddies. But yeah. So as long as you can see it now, then I think we're okay to go. And now let me go ahead and switch over to the charts. And YouTube, please go ahead and type in the A's type in those A's in the chat if you can see the chart now. Also, please let me know, Discord, if you can see those, the chart on your side as well. I think I'm seeing the projection on my side, so I think we're good to go. Yeah, but no big deal in getting a little bit of a slower chat today, team. They're talking. I don't think they're talking anything about. Well, you know, they're trying to corner Not Legal Advice with with trying to get him to speak about GTII and the legalities, but he's not really budging right now, right? So I think it's an okay thing for him to kind of maintain composure, maintain some silence as long as it's not a sealed subject just yet, right? So I appreciate him and William going over those details for retail. Anyway, right, and I do believe that they're talking about some other matters, but nonetheless, I know that we're sharing here a similar fan base, and for those charters and for the technical traders, statistical traders, we will meet here right now. So I'm very excited to be sharing with you some of these plays. So Kit Kittredge actually came up earlier in the stream and asked me to take a look at ORGN, and this is a play that we've actually taken a look at before. And I'm just going to do these two really quick here because Kit is actually an original member of mine. He's been watching the ARCa Bulls channel for quite some time and really never asks for anything. So I'm going to go ahead and help my buddy out and get this out of the way, right? We're going to also add some of the youngin' tunes up in here and get it to ease off just a little bit, right, team? Right there, buddy. Right there. Okay, sorry about that, team. My little guy is here with me too. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this started with, hold on just a second, just going to work on that mix just a little bit more here. Okay, so please let me know. I noticed that one of the other streams, the music was actually blaring like way too loud. So if it is blaring loud, let me know, because my voice should be prominent, not the music, right? We have to keep that in the background just to have a little bit of like an ambiance, right? Just a little bit of a drone back there. And just so that we can attract some of the mosquitoes, right? Bzzz. But here we go. Let's go ahead and take a look. Yeah. I think because it's already pre-plotted, I can already see where this is going, and I've already kind of this had some very obvious targets using some formation analysis and some geometrics alongside some discretion, and we were able to meet pretty much every single target along that way. And I will say that upon meeting our upside target of 96.35, it did gap up pretty nicely, and that gap, of course, the following day was completely shut. And if you notice today's price action, it actually started showing some downside price to try to get that lower end of the gap again. Now, I like that we're creating a slight bit of a higher high, but when you're creating these little, these incremental highs, that means that there could be a pullback in line. But in retrospect, when you're looking at this with the daily closures, this is a very bullish formation. You got a green outside bar here and closed green, and it did have an equal part. I'm talking about, I know it's a little bit small there, right? But if we can just kind of take a look at the type of candle that's being built here, it is a green outside bar, and this is the shape of it, just so that we can kind of all see the shape of it. It does have equal wicks on both ends, right? So this is displaying that there is current buy-side interest on this candle. And while we do have that opening from down here, which was at, 110, and closing upside of the 220, that tells you that there is continuation to the upside, seeing that the prior wick and the prior bar's high is located right at that 119 around this section here. Closing above that is critical. Let's look at the 12-hour to see what happened in price action, right? So 12-hour time frame, 127. Traditional market close, 121. So yes, it did actually meet the 4-spot 618 top end and continue to the upside even still. That 12-hour time frame is giving us a 127 valuation right now, right? So let's go ahead and determine what the probabilities are for direction here on this asset, right? So if we are facing a pullback, or something similar, let's just validate that first. Let's use volatility versus momentum. In this case, I'm going to get rid of the RSI here, as I tend to rely on a stochastic momentum, more of a delayed indicator more often than not, right? So here is your hourly time frame. Let's take a look at that first. Hourly time frame is already getting a very curious push to the upside on stochastics, right? We're looking at this as a potential continuation. I'm also going to get rid of the levels here, and I'm just going to observe just price action by itself, right? I think it is important for us to observe just the raw price as much as it is for us to observe our forward-looking levels, and those would be our boxes that we draw, right? Those are your forward-looking indicators. So, oh, nice. We had some drives of hidden bullish divergence here that kind of validated today, pre-market. Today at pre-market. Nice. And that said, is also in the shape of an inverse head and shoulders 2. So raw price action may not be done with an upside here. I see a very clean regression here as well. So I know that I'm going to have to, I'm going to have to do this anyway. So let's go ahead and pop open more of a newer chart on this, right? I think I'm going to use, let's see. I want to use maybe a newer layout for this, because I'm feeling like we're not going to be able to get okay, now it should be fine. It should be fine. So let me just go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and close out these drawings here. I'm going to group them. Let's see. Or just block the visibility. Here we go. And now I'm going to draw in the inverse head and shoulders and see if that top price action already kind of met. Right, so this may be it, just about here. Right, so let's go ahead and actually, there are a couple levels that we can use. Okay, let's use this. We're going to use 2 of them. All right, just like this, and we apply this to the top end of that right-hand shoulder, right? So it looks like we're getting $1.52. So for those of you who are just popping in, please remember we're going to be observing GTII and FNGR just after these 2 tickers here. And so we're getting about a 152. Let's mark it off just so that we're not having to look for these targets all the time, right? So we'll have this as our discretionary top for the inverse head and shoulders. Not to mention the hourly time frame in from the intraday to bi-hourly time frame is a lot better. Looks like a traditional bull flag setup here. Measured move is going to lead us to this. So we're going to use discretion first, then we're going to, formation analysis first. We're going to use some discretion second and meet this with some geometrics on top. So let's go ahead and mark off that price here too on that bull flag measured move. 142 would be that target. And okay, very nice. And let's see what else we have here. If there's anything else that we're not seeing, okay, no, I think we're pretty good. Let's use the right hand shoulders full swing high to swing low, and we'll be able to understand here geometrically if it's confluent to the targets that we're observing. In fact, it is. We're definitely at that 142 to 141 2-spot 272 Fibonacci ratio does have. And then after this, guys, we'll be able to determine the entry criteria. It's not going to take too long. I'm going to do this quickly. And your 2-spot 618 would be confluent to your 152 level. So we have two zones here now. And I will say that they're marked off right in here, right? Your 142 top, 152 top, 2-spot 618, 147, 2-spot 272, 141. And let's see. Okay, so yeah, we're geometrically in line. It looks like price action here kind of gave us a little bit of resistance right at the 1-spot 618 today at 129, right? Perfectly at that 129 mark. As soon as we start beating the prior day high being today, there could be continuation to the upside. And if we're looking left here, we're already at an immediate resistance at about 130. So if we're going to get, I imagine that's the 129 resistance that we faced today. So getting this continuation to the upside tomorrow can actually take us into the 132 to maybe I'd say the 134 range. Okay, so I'm doing this in this manner first because we're gonna first, I just want to catch the charting of that, and then we'll gauge the probabilities of entering those targets there. Okay, so yeah, we do have some resistance here that can be observed prior to getting to these top end targets. Of course, that's going to be your high of your prior day's high. So you're going to get a quick look above here. It's apparently, right? Just I'm telling you what the raw price action is telling me without any indicators so far. I'm looking at this as the level that you're going to get a quick look above and likely a very strong pullback to validate your weekly high, right? Oh, well, I guess your prior weekly high, which would have been that 125 mark. So we're going to go ahead and now jot down some potential entry criteria. So just like this here, right about this level, I'm looking at a potential pullback, and you have the 50% mark right at that pre-market high on. Well, actually, that's your Euro Open right across the world on Friday, May 3rd, on the bi-hourly chart. So that it is confluent to that. So we're going to go ahead and mark this off as maybe the. Let's just kind of color it different here. Right, and then we'll be able to determine this as a potential pullback. Let's get the data cells up and see what's going on here and see if we have any consistent targets down there. We're talking about loading at around 125 to 123. This is moving a daily ATR of about 13 cents. So, you know what? And is it actually meeting the 13 cents on a daily? Right, that's a whole other deal here too. So if we are facing a continuation to the downside, I would say that price action would end around here, as this would be an inflection point. Failing price action below the 120 would result in a continuation to the downside here, and I think that we would reach somewhere around the areas of about this gap on the bi-hourly around 116. So heads up on this 120. No failure zone there, right? This is your inflection. So that's a local inflection, right? So that'll take you down to the 116 if you do fail an hourly or maybe even a 30-minute candle closure beneath this level here. Weakness there. All right. So potential entry zones, yeah, I would say anywhere between 120, scale in between 125 and 123 here before a bounce and a continuation to the upside. Of course, we're going to get this resistance anywhere between that 1-spot 618 prior day high and the range resistance here that we faced at the 134 to 132 before a pullback and start. That's going to be your validation here of your top supports before a continuation to the upside, right? Get that validation first, get confirmation of a newly converted resistance into support before that continuation, and I think we'll be able to get this nailed. Now, so let's go ahead and just observe here volatility versus momentum and see if it is supporting a continuation to the upside. But first, we are identifying the potential pullback before we get that upside first, right? So let's go ahead and pull this into the 15-minute time frame and below and see if we're getting any signals of that nature, right? A little bit overbought here in the 15-minute time frame. Let's see what that 10-minute is looking like. Overbought in the 10-minute, and let's look at the 5-minute time frame. 5-minute time frame looks a little bit overbought. So if I were to be completely honest here, I think your first shot to the prior day high, 129 to about 131, is likely to reach first before us getting a pullback and then experiencing this the support levels here, the three of them, 120, 123, 125. And I will say that, you know what, I think the RSI could be used at this point. Let's pull up the RSI here, and I want to know where the RSI signal is below the SMA 14 and facing some type of resistance. So let's go ahead and move up the time frames here. We'll likely end up seeing that in the 8-hour or something, right? So here, the 6-hour and the 8-hour do have a little bit of that resistance. So let's just move forward here and see if there's anything else. Okay, what is the 8-hour telling us? Continuation, but it's in the gravitational zone. So pull back here to 6-hour time frame. Okay, this is your resistance here. Very, 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 very tiny bit of upside, just like we said, enough to maybe just clear a little bit of a higher level, get that resistance first. This is the gravitational zone on the 6-hour time frame, get that pullback, and then we'll likely start to see about bouncing from this gravitational area here, in which case the moving average would then meet us inside of the gravitational zone. We'll get that bounce from the 68% or 66%, sorry. Really, we want to just do 2%, so it's in reality 68, right? So get that 68% on the 6-hour time frame, bounce, succeed the upside of the SMA 14, and continue to the upside. So now let me look at the upside for continuation, as we have validated the pullback in the immediate short term. So now the hourly time frame, very nice pivot towards the upside here in gravitation, and we do have some expansion still happening. So yeah, transactions are happening right now. Bi-hourly time frame, a little corrective. The 3-hour time frame looks a little better. Bi-hourly is kind of affecting it a bit, and there it is. Okay, so this is set to go for a multiple day or maybe even 2 to 3 day upside here. I would expect this to get that pullback first, consolidate, validate this area here, slash down, at the 120 level. Then around lunchtime tomorrow, maybe into closer to power hour, we're going to get a recovery into this. So, or if it has does it have pre-market? Yeah, it does have pre-market. Okay, so I would say anytime after lunch, there could be a continuation to the upside after a short-term distribution here. So that's my outlook here, and it does have a very nice upside signal in stochastics right here in the bullish control zone, approaching that gravitation with expansion on that 4-hour. 6-hour time frame, same situation here. We're re-expanding into that critical zone of 90% with an upside bias on that stochastic momentum. 8-hour time frame, same situation, approaching gravitation with full-on expansion right now. 12-hour time frame, same situation, very powerful. And your daily time frame should be getting that read by tomorrow, because there is a further upside closure on that 12-hour time frame. So that is going to be my outlook here on ticker symbol ORGN. Let's go ahead and now move on to ticker symbol CGC. This has been a pretty nice mover over the last few days, and I will say that it's quite impressive to observe what this thing has been doing, right? So if we have any type of continuation here, it feels like it may actually be tomorrow, right? And I don't mean continuation to the downside. Notice the volume profile here, right? We're getting a decline in volume on the daily time frame, and we're also getting that decline in price action, which usually means that the sell side interest is kind of diminishing little by little. That also means that we're entering inflection. But if you take a look at your daily time frame, you'll notice here that we actually mean reverted. We went just slightly past your 2 standard deviation upside here and completely retraced. We broke below the 1 standard deviation, validated its resistance, and now we bounced right off of the mean reversion. 894 was the target for us to observe. Now, oh man, no wonder it's a little difficult for me to see. I don't know where my glasses are. Okay, my little guy must have taken them. Anyway, okay. So, right. So if we're gonna get any type of continuation here, we may actually experience a bounce here sooner than later. I'm not saying that this is it, that this is going to be your bottom side, and then we're just going to 2 standard deviation ourselves back up in a V-shaped recovery. Not saying that whatsoever. What I am saying is that this is a level that we would need to kind of validate with, at least some upper bound closures. Maybe your 4-hour, I think a 4-hour would do it for me, right? Ideally an 8-hour before we can experience some true V-shaped recovery here so that we can burst right into that $12 target yet again. So let's see, this is running a current or a daily ATR of about $1.65. So it does have a pretty nice amount of volatility here. So now that we are at this mean, let's see what it's like in the shorter time frames to see if we're actually going to hold this or we're going to move to the downside. So let's get rid of the reversion variant right there and pull this down to a more granular level. We're going to use the hourly time frame here. And not only are we going to use it in just price action here, but we're going to use the, here we go. All right. So master students, if you are inside of the chat here with me, if you are inside of the YouTube, this is going to be a pretty good little thing for you. Not only is this a falling wedge, but we've talked about your ladder attacks, right? So you're looking at ladder attack number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and guess what? Number 6. If you remember in class, we were talking about the higher probabilities of retracement when you reach the 6th iteration to the 9th. So we are absolutely at the cusp of it. And there is also a complete decline in volume as we're decreasing on those ladder attacks, right? So this is getting ready for a potential retracement or reversal soon enough. I'm not saying, just one more time, I'm not saying that this is the bottom and we're going to V-shape recovery here, but it is getting pretty close. Now, if we're going to use formation analysis here, formation theory, let's go ahead and do it. Sure, I think it's fair enough to consider that this is one of those falling wedges, right? So, I mean, we're going to have to use serious discretion here and really put it down. So I think maybe this would have to be one of those zones, right? And something like this. So honestly, it's also feeling kind of like I hope that's not the case, right? Because this means it's going to fail it, right? So it also could be a wolf. But if I use this, let me see. If I use this here, geez. Oh, dude, it actually may be. Wow. There are 2 potentials here. One bearish formation and one bullish. So this was a 75% breakdown, and it's trying to recover here, so which would make a pretty bearish setup, right? So this would be your 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my goodness, yeah. So this would be your bearish formation. We're gonna validate this though, okay? This would be your bearish formation here, right? So you have wave 1 on top, 2, 3, and this would be 4 here, right? So this does display some potential targets down here, and I do see some of these targets confluent to around that 770 bottom, sure, even that 837. And if we're looking left, and we have inflection points down at that 725 as well. But let's not break into that just yet, because this is only one type of way to observe this. So let's kind of just keep that in mind here, and we'll, you know what? I'm noticing that I'm really actually not getting to group correctly. I'm wondering if maybe this is an issue. Let's see. And also I'm going to Control G or Alt G. Nothing. All right, cool. It's all good. Let's go ahead and just block the visibility here. That's your bear thesis, right? So now we're going to put together here the bull thesis on this, right? So if we do have a bull thesis, let's kind of just try to do this as best as possible, right? So, and I think it would be something like, I definitely don't like that. I hate that I'm actually favoring this. Let me pull this up into maybe a 4-hour time frame where I have less candles. Yeah, I think this feels a little better. Maybe even the 3-hour time frame could do it. Let's see. Okay, Here's the other thing. I feel like I'm forcing it too much. And whenever I feel like I'm forcing it, it's usually it's invalid. It's got to be dead obvious, right? Or just straight up nothing. So, and if there is another type of formation in this, like, then we would kind of experience it like this. It's kind of channeling, right? You have a let me show you these contact points. You have a contact point right here, contact point here and here, right? So these are pretty much enough to kind of confirm the formation that you have presently. So yeah, something like this, right? So if it is the fact that we are channeling, then the upside move from this would be a bit limited. If we do break out, the upside move on this formation would be limited to this distance here. So let's now that we have the bull side of this, and we've also identified the 6 retracements from ladder, we've also identified the wolf to invert the downside play and really continue to a downside here. Let's gauge the potentials here from volatility and momentum. Hourly time frame, consolidation, and we're completely at a standstill, right? So this is there is presently little volatility on the hourly time frame. Let's see the 30-minute time frame. Okay. Okay, downside 5, downside 10, downside 15, and we're getting a correction towards the downside on the 30. Okay. Consolidation on the 1 hour, which means downside after the cascade, and further consolidation on the bi-hourly. Okay, so what this is telling me is that we're retracing from the 50% of this range here, and we are likely to see another test of the bottom side of the regression here. So maybe 887 down to I see the candles on the bi-hourly. I guess we can just use those, right? So 887 down here, 886 or whatever that is, right? Down to this level of around 880. And remember that this is moving a daily ATR of about $1.65, and your current ATR is around 39 cents. So that is pretty much in line here with the retracement from your close, post-hours close, right? 9/11, we get an 880 drawdown here. That's going to be like around 31 cents, and that's already meeting the range of your bi-hourly retracement. So sure, I see this as an immediate short-term time frame drawdown. If you do get continuation here, depending on what candle you finish off this, right? It should be on the bi-hourly, which is the next bar here, which would be a Euro open. You would potentially open gapped down tomorrow. And if you're opening gapped down tomorrow, it would be $8 and around maybe 50 cents, 847-ish. I'm just going to go ahead and mark it like this. So if you're getting that 847, that means that you'll potentially start to reaccumulate here. And if there is a supposed breakout, let's just say that happens at about, I would say 12 p.m. maybe, wow, end of day. So then your upper bound target would be around 1036, matching this wave high. And 1089 on the bi-hourly time frame is your upper bound of the 2 standard deviation multiplier, 1089. So it is confluent to some levels here. Hey, baby. Yeah, you want to take that over there? All right. Hold on just a sec, buddy. So I think let's get a fib retracement here, and I think that's going to be the final part of this analysis here. There we go, right about there, and sure, 1019 to about 1036. That's going to be your potential range here. I don't think tomorrow. I think actually in the next day or maybe week. We can reach. I would say an effort of about 2 trading days. You can reach this target here, depending on the ebb and flow. But it doesn't appear as though it's going to capitulate. I do think it's more of a bullish formation than anything, but immediate short-term downside here, followed by a potential drop into that area of about 847 before a reaccumulation phase. All right, team. So remember, the drawdown in here is going to be in like the Euro hour, so you may not even see that. This actually could draw down into the pre-market to intraday tomorrow for us U.S. markets. All right. So yeah, I would say maybe sure. If you, I mean, inflection here for you, local inflection would be 802. So anything below 802, it's a dead zone. Do not risk long at the break of 802, and that's gonna be a serious inflection point, right? That'll start bringing you down to the 765 level, validate anywhere between 786 to that 802. Then continuation here to find yourself at anywhere between 726 to 702. So heads up on this, right? I know that it's been distributing here for quite a bit of time, and it appears as though the bears are ending their interest here. So yeah, I think it's pretty good. And yeah, absolutely, Kit. I hope that I was able to provide a different outlook for you, right? So, yeah, team, we're going to go ahead and now move on to ticker symbol GTII. And I have a couple of thoughts here. Not going to take too long to get this GTII and FNGR out of the way. But I will ask you for just around 20 seconds here, as my son was asking for his toys outside. Let me transfer them from the studio out to where he is. Literally just a few seconds, guys. Hold on just a moment, team. Thank you so much for coming on by. Please remember to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure to do anything and everything possible to get this thing to live long and survive and thrive and all that stuff, right? Sorry, guys, I'm losing my voice here. All right, just a moment, team. All right, team, I am back. So let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. Let's go ahead and take a look at GTII here. I have a few ideas to share with you, right? So this you know what? I'm going to say something first, though. If I think it was maybe Chipotle or I forgot who it was in maybe 2010s. I'm not exactly sure when it happened, but they were accused of having I think it was salmonella in their produce, and in their I think it was lettuce, actually, to be very specific, and the asset faced some declines based on that news, and it turned out not to be true, or I don't know. I'm just saying that if I recall correctly, it turned out to be false. But the price action continued to decline anyway, and that kind of example just it's good to take into consideration here, because it shows that the broader markets or financial markets in general are not the pricing isn't actual pricing for the current time, right? It's a future valuation that you're getting at the present moment, and that being said, it's also driven by sentiment. So if sentiment drives the price of a certain asset for the future, then it means that psychology tells you price. So if it really is that, then we are looking at a market driven solely by belief, or by a rumor, kind of like in high school. Damn, that's terrible. So if we are being led by a rumor and things are being priced in spite of rumors as such, then it's only understandable that GTII would face an upside the way it has been, even though the SEC suing the Kurt Kramer and Power Up Lending, it really doesn't have anything. I don't think there's any direct correlation. I may be wrong, but I don't remember there being any direct correlation or affiliation between Kurt Kramer and GTII. But there has been the belief that there has been historically. So that sheer belief is kind of, it's been dormant and recently fired up and awakened by the SEC, stating that they're suing the Power Up Lending institution here. So that's really something, right? So if GTII is getting OGG, I love you, buddy. Have a good night, buddy. I know you're tired, dude, but we'll talk very soon. And so if that is the case, team, then there could be continuation to the upside here, because it is showing that the overall the overall issue with criminal activities and or malpractice within the financial markets is actually it's been looked at this entire time, even though we couldn't see it. So, and that was kind of proven by the fact that the SEC kind of discovered 100 billion unregistered shares. So, I mean, that's that number is just so astronomical, and I would love to know what and where those shares are allocated. So I'm sure that that's going to create a frenzy, and they're probably not going to release that information. I'm not sure. I don't know. But it would be nice to know that. So despite the fact, this is affecting, that catalyst is affecting the price on GTII. And tomorrow, let's see, this is, we're on Wednesday here. Your 5-day closure is going to be tomorrow, market close. So if that's the, oh, dude, how the heck can I do that? I'm getting an invite here, team. Hold on. We may merge the lives here. For the GTII analysis. Hold on just a sec. This is Busy Brands. He's
okay.
Hey buddy, how are you?
Good. You're on live?
Yeah, I'm on live. How do you think it could be combined somehow, or what?
I don't know. Ace was able to do it. He was just streaming it from his computer. But if you can, you can. Don't worry about it, brother. I just, if you were able to, but continue on with your live, brother. Just concentrate over there if you're already doing it. Don't worry.
I'm literally on GTII right now. I'm about to start it. Dude, I felt like that was, oh man.
Don't worry about it, brother. And it was a late notice, so
Let's plan for one though. Let's do it. Let's do it in the coming days. And it's. I mean, price action is obviously doing its thing. So I know the retail wants to know. So yeah. All right, buddy. So sorry about this, dude. But let's link up again, and I'll figure out how to do the tandem streams. I've never done it before.
All right, brother.
All right, buddy. Catch you soon. All right, guys. Yeah. So we're Busy Brands and I and William. We're gonna plan here. I guess a grouped stream so that we can get this. So that we can get the GTII people to know what's up. Concentrate everybody within a single hub, right? So anyway, let's go ahead and continue here and really determine what's going on here with GTII, right? So GTII 5-day time frame. 17 hours to close this current iteration here, and it is currently above the prior bar's high, and printing not only a huge green outside bar, but it's also a bullish engulfing candle formation, and that bullish engulfing happens when the body of your forward candle is colored green, and it's engulfing the prior red body candle. right? So in this case, it's engulfing everything and it's wicks. So that's it's completely powerful here. And not only that, is that it's already without the body, but it is kind of engulfing a 10-day period here, right? So 5-day and 5-day getting engulfed by the present candle here. So that naturally shows continuation. So without getting any type of other types of confirmation, I can show you something very interesting, okay? And I'm going to use, of course, volatility versus momentum, and let's focus in on the bias, right? So this is going to give you your bias for direction. So if the stochastics are pivoted towards the upside, that means it's a bias towards the upside. And if it's a downside, of course, downside. So let's start it off from the immediate short term. So you see how this hourly time frame has a massive expansion phase, right, on volatility. This means that we're throttling towards whatever direction that the stochastic momentum is giving us in suggestion, right? So in this case here, we were moving up, and you were getting this expansion. So we were quite literally throttling towards the upside using volatility here, of course, the frequency in transactions or dispersion of returns, disbursement of returns, right? And this is your continuation to the upside in that bias. So this huge thrust on an hourly is not always present. When you get a thrust this big and a massive expansion phase like this, usually your bi-hourly, 3 hour, 4 hour, 5, freaking 6, 8, 12 usually feel this pressure too. So let's go ahead and validate that now. Bi-hourly time frame, here it is, upside pivot, huge expansion phase. 3 hour time frame, upside pivot, gravitational zone, very strong upside, and huge expansion, throttling towards the upside even still. Not to mention a 3 hour bull flag formation. Let's go ahead and take a look at your 4 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame is now entering the bullish control zone with an expansion phase 2. So this thing is still throttling towards the upside now in my minimum, the 4 hour time frame. As long as we are pivoted towards the upside on stochastics and inside of the bullish control zone, which is your upper bound here, your upper half, with volatility expansion here above the 50%, guys, this is it's a very powerful upside signal, and it is due to continue here as long as 4 hour closures occur, and usually that tends to be at least a couple days. So let's go to the 6 hour time frame. 6 hour time frame, look at this. Massive expansion, huge upside pivot, and we get this bias here. It's not slowing down. In fact, it actually kind of sloped upward even more, a little more aggressively here, right? So now 8 hour time frame, we have expansion and an upside pivot inside of the bullish control zone. 12 hour time frame, very powerful upside signal here, and we're getting the expansion curvature now. So this is what I mean. I think that there is a continuation to the upside on this ticker. I won't say I won't say that this ticker has the reversal power, although it has traits of it. In order for me to get a reversal bias, like if I'm really going to say, oh crap, this is really going to do its thing, I would have to have noticed from at least this point here a more immediate thrust, but we were already expanding here and we were consolidating for the better part of 3 days. So, and it's kind of similar here to almost every time frame. So what I mean by that is that if we were inside of critical contraction, just building the pressure, and then out of nowhere, this thing starts bursting and charging from every time frame consistently from that critical contraction zone, then that would be a different story. We have contraction, but the contraction is not so critical, and that's because the asset has lost a lot of interest, buy side and sell side. It's been contracting. It's been algorithmically traded. It's been barcoding, so that creates contraction. So when contraction hits critical, price action will naturally decrease in value, and it'll try to decrease until it finds a pocket or some type of it'll probably close a gap or it's in the air. It's like a bubble, right? So as soon as it finds an area to where it can land, that's where your buyers are going to be. So, and I mentioned that a couple times, that unless we get a catalyst on this, it won't run. But it did get some type of catalyst here, although not entirely 100% connected or correlated to it, but it did catch it. So, and in that catch, it did create several upside signals here, and some of those of which I believe can lead to a continuation to the upside. Let me go ahead and bring you over to the drawings here, and I'm gonna kind of show you this in a more immediate short term, like a 5-minute, and I'm gonna show you how price action is behaving. So notice that we have collected several areas of this consolidation zone, right? Like here, like we enter these like phases of barcoding. So we re-entered this zone right in here again. And this is where price action essentially made its upside today to around that 20 cents, 20.08. And then it actually came back down, got that validation of support from this 5-minute gap. It didn't actually quite fill it. And then we barcoded inside of that. So this is everything in between here is all retail, and then retail just holds. Right? So in this case, it's the inverse, right? Retail sells, and then the rest of retail holds. Then a bunch of retail sells, and then retail holds. And then another retail sell, and then it holds. So it's now doing the inverse of that. Okay, so I think here that we may be on for getting at least another resistance touch of your 20-cent zone. If you do get a continuation to the upside here, there may be, your next upside, zone would actually be right in here around the 21. I would say just about 22 cents. Okay, so that 22 cents may be the next area for price action to kind of sit dormant in again. So just like this here, right? So you get the quick little burst, probably resist from that 22.96, and then you come back down and validate this area here. So ladders, right? Another ladder, and then another ladder, and then let's see how it feels. But that's it for GTII team. If any questions, please go ahead and reach out to me. And of course, always remember that I'm still offering the seats here. Make sure to take them. Make sure to take a seat here before it gets completely taken. ArcMastersCourse at gmail.com. I am consolidating my 19-week program for beginners traders down to a 4 to 5 week crash course that's going to segue into an 8 to 12 week mentorship in strategies. All right, team. So go ahead and get in touch with me there as soon as possible, and we'll be able to get you enrolled, and everything will look pretty good. All right, team. So we have just one more ticker here to take a look at from the small microcaps. Right. Let's take a look at FNGR and see how it did, because I noticed that today there was a drop into an inflection point. And it was our backup inflection point that we noticed from a few days ago, saying that if we were to fail this top side here, our backup support is going to be down to the areas of 320-ish, I think 329 maybe. So, team, I'm going to go ahead and add the link to the Discord. Please go ahead and click on that link, subscribe to the ARCa Bulls trading team, and trade with us the financial markets every day. We're preparing plays here with some very talented traders, and I do love it. All right, so let's go ahead and now take a look at FNGR. And again, right, this thing still, we have our previous plots here, so it's all good. We can always just observe those. That's the beauty of range trading here, right? So this is your daily time frame, closing at about 329. We have 326 close on the post hour, and there appears to be a hammer candle on the daily time frame, but the hammer candle doesn't really have all that volume. So I'm not sure if we're going to be able to validate this as a potential continuation candle or a reversal candle. The following daily candle will have a lot to do, or, we'll have a lot to say about that. If it continues to the downside, as in if it continues to contract here, then we are very likely to touch down into this zone again. I will say that the overall upside here will be invalidated if we start to get closures beneath this 287. Okay, so if we get a break and a close of a daily candle beneath 287, it is definitely over. This is probably going to come back down to 266, around the 270 area. Validate resistances at 287, then your continuation to 242 before seeing the areas of around 230 to eventually 221. And then I'm just kind of giving it to you like that because it is the absolute truth. Okay, team. So let's just make sure that we can catch some support down here before continuing. So 302 to 314 feels like it's going to be one of those zones for us to potentially get long. Do we have supports down there to experience? Sorry, guys, hold on just a sec. We got a little bit of a booger shoot here. I got you, buddy. I got you. He was sneezing all over the place, and he came up to me and said, nose. Simple as that. Nose. All right, I got you, buddy. I got you. See, it's cleaned up now. You okay? All right, good job. Okay, and that's your nose. Cool. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at volatility versus momentum here and see if we have any suggestions for or any signals here, right? So glitter at the disco. GTII had a small convertible note from the Kramers that was retired in 2022. I believe that's incredible to know. When was that discovered? That's pretty cool. And thank you so much for sharing that. I apologize for just looking at that until now. I can't see exactly when it was. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on by. So, so let's go ahead and take a look at the more immediate short term. This is going to be your hourly time frame. And of course, we're going to observe volatility and momentum. Let's get rid of the drawings here and look at the structure. So, very curious on FNGR as there is a broadening wedge. And it appears to be, oh, wow. Damn, not bad. Not bad at all. I believe this, I think, okay. Let me do another chart. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna do another chart here, and see what we can do about that. Yeah, this one here. So let's go over. Hold on. I'm gonna do this as make a copy. And let's get this observed now. Okay. Let's go into FNGR. .30-minute time frame. We are on log. And get rid of the moving averages here. Okay. Yeah, this is a broadening formation. Something like this here. Could be. Hold on. I don't like it. Oh, there it is. Okay. You have the contact on the body to wick bases. We have contact in contact, and this one too. I could have even been this one too, but I'm not going to use that. Okay. So let's take a look at this. I'm not sure if I can even count that yet. So 1, 2, 3. Could it be? Oh, this is. Oh, I'm sorry. I see it. I see you. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. True breakout 5. Okay. So this is a little speculative, right? But it is potentially setting up a breakout from a bullish formation. This it is a 30-minute formation. I don't like that it's set in that 30-minute time frame, as it actually gives a lesser strike rate, right? So let's kind of just point this out here as this being your take profit of 366. And it's not unseen, right? The 366 target is, in fact, one of the inflection points that we face down here at around 368 before facing that bounce, right? So let's go ahead and plot this out. Let's leave the price tags on this just so that we know where we are. So 366 would be its take profit. Here we're currently breaking out, although it's breaking out with consolidation, and I don't really like to see that. Okay, so let's see what moving averages are saying in the immediate short term. So we are above the EMA 9 on a 30-minute, below the EMA 21, and your SMA 50 and your EMA 200 are up there. Let's see the hourly. Hey, baby. Okay. All right. So I think let me go into the 4-hour time frame. I'm going to look at a couple things here. It's your hourly retrace. Okay. So bi-hourly is reversing from the 2 standard deviation bottom here. So it's trying to mean revert to 340. Yeah, that's your BBW mean. Oh, I'm sorry, your Bollinger Band's mean. And yeah, your current ATR top on a bi-hourly is 340, so there's confluence there. Let's see. 1.618 at 340. Yeah, there's a lot rhyming in this 340 zone. So what this is telling me is that you have, it's running a daily ATR of 32 cents, right? So 32 cents is, it's good to consider, you know, even the 340. So this would be a potential resistance. If we don't get it all the way, then I would be surprised. But yeah, I think tomorrow we may see 340 and then this would pull back all the way down to 320s. Validate the 1 standard deviation multiplier on the negative side to 324 as a support, then the continuation. $3.56 is confluent to your $3.52 at the 2.618. And this retraces to the 340 for validation before continuation to, guess what? Here is your 3.618 at 365. We're looking at 366. This is completely geometrically, you know, possible. So it is rhyming very nicely with formations, with statistics, right? And geometrics. Not only that, is discretion too. So yeah, very, very, very cool stuff. Do we have that upside though? That hourly time frame, there is a bit of a confusing upside pivot on that. Let's see the 30-minute and the yeah, there is a current shift in price action on that 5-minute. We're actually getting a little bit of a shift there that looks very similar on the 10-minute time frame and the 15-minute time frame. It really depends on the thrust here, okay? So if that thrust really does push, then we're potentially going to start seeing here an incline in price action. I'm not sure what the hell it would be, but maybe it's a mention of some sort. But yeah, it's there. If we do fail this, team, just know that if we do fail it, remember your I think one of your inflection zones. Hey, baby. Failing 311. Oh, they're chasing you, buddy. Failing 311 here would take you down to $3. $3 failure would take you down to 286. The 286 failure would take you down to around that 256. Okay, so heads up on those targets and be very careful. But what I do know is that this formation here, I know it's a 15 to 30 minute formation. It's not the greatest in those immediate short-term time frames. But what I will say is that it's one of the formations that I've experienced to have one of the greater probabilities for success. All right, so that is going to do it here for Rockefeller. What's up, buddy? Good to see you here. So that is going to do it here for ticker symbol FNGR. And you know what, guys? I was going to mention to you a really quick GME here. GME appears to have this ascending triangle. I'm not sure that we're going to get this continuation to the downside here. So if we're looking at a bit of a larger ticker, then I guess we do have some room to potentially speculate on a sell-off in case jobs numbers come in a little unfavorable. So if jobs numbers are, you know, what we would consider bad when they're actually good, then the price action on GME would fall subject to the broader market's decline. I'm not sure if this is going to be the case here, but we are definitely on an ascending triangle here, and that usually is this type of price convergence. It's usually a symptom of continuation. The more often you test this resistance, the less likely your downside is going to give you. So your expected value is going to start kind of shifting into a lesser and lesser value as we test more and more and more of those resistance levels. Okay, so heads up on this right here, because this is already testing several times at that top end. Let's look at the daily time frame. I'm being asked to take a look at it, right? Yeah, huge bunch of wicks up here, right? That usually is a sign of weakness as well. So let's go ahead and look at this on a weekly time frame. Weekly closing in one day. This is going to be your Friday close. Tweezer top. If we don't reclaim those top ends, it looks like the SMA 50 is resistance here on the weekly. Let's look at the bi-weekly iteration here, and there's your EMA 200. Very clean resistance from that moving average here on the bi-weekly. So as long as if we start combating, this EMA 200 will resist from the 1860, validate your supports at that 1740-ish, then make your way up to that SMA 50. There is something in the way of that, though. Right in here, 1975 to about 2017, in case we do break out, has an incredible amount of resistance there, too. Not to mention these pivots, right? They're very close to that gap. So heads up on those targets. But overall, this is just one huge either wedge or descending channel that feels as though it's about ready. And the reason I can say that is because you're getting some of these moving averages to finally kind of catch up here to price action. Now that it's catching up to price action, your probabilities of continuing to an upside become a little more, they become feasible. And you're seeing here that in 8 days and 17 hours, you're potentially closing above the bi-weekly SMA 200. That's kind of a big deal. It does show, massive continuation. Not only that, is that we're testing the weekly SMA 50 right now. And for those of you who know me, you know that I'm very particular about the SMA 50 here, starting from a 4-hour time frame. So, I do think that some signals here. Look at the weekly time frame pivot here. Massive expansion, huge upside pivot entering the gravitational zone for a push into that into the bull zone here. Right, your 5-day time frame absolutely expanding still. Huge upside thrust on that. 3-day time frame still has that massive upside push, still expanding, and we're definitely inside of the gravitational zone now. Bi-daily, look at this, man. That's 100% powerful, right? Huge upside pivot within that gravitational zone of the bull strength percentile, and absolutely expanding, right? Daily time frame. Yeah, we still have that upside bias. I think there should be a bi-daily test on this, and we'll see what the continuation will be for this team. But yeah, your upper time frames are still suggesting a continuation to the upside. I will say that in the more immediate short term, bi-hourly down to the hourly time frame, there is potential consolidation / little bit of downside. So heads up on facing a local resistance. It would be anywhere within that SMA 200, I would say around $16 to the SMA 50, around $16.18, before experiencing a pullback here to validate your 10-minute time frame EMA 200. And I will say that as soon as we start getting closures above this, again, right, validation touch with closure, then we're going to start moving to the upside here and potentially test that topside area again. So wait for the pullback. Again, I'm talking about, team, yesterday we were talking about a potential drop. I'm sorry, the day before yesterday for, yesterday for today, the day before yesterday for today, or today's price action, we were expecting a drop into that 1502, maybe the 1473, but we didn't quite get that today. We dropped into 1533, and then it launched all the way to 1725. So that could be we could be doing that again. But it is moving higher and higher here as we have that EMA 200 continue with us, right? Cool, buddy. So that's going to be it for ticker symbol GME. So let's go ahead and evaluate here the broader markets and see what's up, right? So, guys, hold on just a sec. Where is my chart? Because I will say that. Nvidia, guys, this was there are some signals here, and I have to look at this, right? I'm really curious over what the freaking SPY is gonna do here. The whole market is at this weird turn. I mean, this formation on a daily does feel like it's gonna go to 5 freaking 24 here, although we're getting like a little bit of an evening star there, right? So, dude, what is going on here, team? Are we gonna get continuation or are we not? Oh, bro, we're gonna see this though. Dude, this market has been just ridiculous. This market has been super ridiculous. All right, so we notice that we're breaking out of this SMA 50 here, 3 candles in a row, and no retracement to validate that 512. Like, what's going on? You know, this is like, we always validate the freaking 50. Always validate the 50. Like, literally, never does it not happen. You know, like, it always happens. And, like, we're just not getting it right now, right? So that's what I mean here. I felt like the stars were aligning. I felt like we were going to get a downside here in the immediate short, and we kind of didn't. And that being said, CoinFox is mentioning here that the volume was kind of crappy, and I will have to admit, take a look at this. We're getting a downside in volume here, decline in volume. We're getting that incline in price action, creating a bearish divergence, right? Just like this. So that's your bearish divergence, upside price, downside volume. At what point does this, work out? So how about we look at an 8-hour time frame maybe and observe, let's see. Yeah, we freaking do. So check this out. This pivot here would be, well, we can use this one. This one. This would be the top end here. You have hidden bearish divergence printed and validated right here, right? So I know that it's a little difficult to see here, right, team? But this is creating a higher high, and here we go. Let's just I'm gonna just this number that. So we have this marked off trend line here, right? Let me just go ahead and oh my goodness, can we click on it? Let's do it. Right? So let's just make it like that in a solid line, right? Instead of a dotted line. So this would be that iteration there. Am I really? How does it look like that? It feels like it's transparent. Oh, because of the RSI. Got it. All right, so now the next line would be from that pivot, which is right here, creating that lower high. Just like this. So we absolutely have, the divergence here, right? You're getting the opposition of price action's pivot points to the momentum's pivot points. So this is absolutely an 8-hour validated drive of hidden bearish divergence. So what, and also volume bearish divergence with the immediate short term here relative to the last 5 days. Immediate short term, 5 days. Come on. How are we not getting this decline already? You know what I mean? So that's currently my puzzle. It's currently my what the hell is going on? Right. So let's see. 3 days of this crap just soaked everyone's premium. If it gets tighter, you'll be mad. Yeah, I know, dude. Me too. This is ridiculous. Guys, I'm officially getting a little bit of a hard time seeing. Let me go get my glasses in the kitchen. I really can't take it anymore. I'm like focusing on these tiny little numbers here without my glasses, and I really hate it. Hold on just a sec, guys. My apologies. back in action. All right, team. Sorry about that. Whoa. My glasses. Oh, man. The HD. Right? I can't even tell you the amount of clarity I have. Oh, yes. Guys. Please tell me somebody can... Johnny Barnes, what's up, buddy? Please tell me somebody can relate to that. Man. I was waiting all my life for this very moment. Let's see. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the SPY again and continue. Let's finish this off. Why are we getting this bearish divergence and it's not quite paying off yet? Hey, baby. Take a look at volatility versus momentum. We're on a huge upside thrust, and this is starting to kind of favor the downside on an 8-hour time frame. 6-hour time frame also ish, right? Kind of like that. You know what? I'm gonna take a look at the 24-hour market right now. It's a battery, baby. Do not touch that. Let's go to the 24-hour market. Here, drink some water. There you go. And here we go. Let me take a look at the SPY and see where it's at. The SPY is currently at 517.32. NVIDIA, the NVIDIA is currently at 899.46. That gap down like $5. Oh, right, because of ARM. ARM earnings were today post hours, and there was a massive decline in its price action, and that actually kind of, it has NVIDIA kind of tied at the hip, and we experienced just this huge amount of volatility. And Chad, me too. two to be particular. As there could be, close the door, buddy. As there could be a continuation, and I think we may actually get it. So I guess we'll see, right? But yeah, team, I think why don't I get some chat here, YouTube chat. Let me know, what are you thinking the SPY is gonna do? Let's go ahead and start a poll and see what we have here, all right? Is the SPY going to recover? Should I word it like that, or what do you think, Coin? Well, how do you think it should be worded? Let's see.
Do you think SPY is going to go make all-time highs or pull back first?
Let's see. Well, the SPY...
I really hate to say it, but I think they're going to run this pig, dude.
Man.
I'm seeing like a little downside, but just very little.
Go to all-time highs or dump.
And the move may not really complete, like, for the actual move that's going to break this little local high.
Maybe so.
It might be a couple days.
Guys, please go ahead and submit your votes now. Will the SPY go to all-time highs, or will it dump? How about that? What do you think, Coin?
Perfect.
Just to leave it simple, submit your votes now, and let me know what you guys are thinking the SPY is gonna do, man. And Sebastian Lim, on his soul journey over here, Soul Bear, right? He's the solo bear coming up in here telling me that it's gonna dump the 508. And JP saying hello, ARCa 4-hour shows rising wedge. Ooh.
508's good. I like the 508.
508 is a good target, Sebastian Lim, okay? Mm-hmm. Kick you in the butt. So now we're being told by JP that on the 4-hour time frame SPY, there is a rising wedge. Like this thing here? Could that
I'm
be it?
seeing Microsoft potential 402, 3. Netflix, yeah, Netflix should be pulling back in the next couple days to 580, 590. Check Meta quick. Yeah, Meta should be going to tap 453, 452, something like that. I'm seeing pullback for 4 days on all these names.
Man,
What's the name?
it's just that
Apple.
Spy did Spy did this freaking triple George W.
Yeah, I mean, come on, the money was made already.
Yeah, bro. Like, is it about time to take some profits, or are you just gonna hold for the moon here?
Think,
The whole market is just diamond hands,
A
bro.
little upside, but not much.
Damn,
2,
dude.
3 points.
Watching
Who else we need to throw in the mix there? Tesla.
watching that
Tesla,
movie.
Tesla.
What was that movie, bro? The Dumb Money. Watching Dumb Money way too much. Okay, guys. Diamond hands, baby. Yeah.
Tesla looks like 78's coming.
Is Tesla kind of moving
Not going anywhere.
us?
No.
I don't think it's moving us.
It's got 66 and 78. That's the box for that one, so I don't think Tesla's going to do much. Who else should we look at? The big ones.
SMCI and Lilly and
NVIDIA.
Amazon.
NVIDIA. We already talked about NVIDIA's 60s, 70s?
Dude, NVIDIA looks like a huge bear pennant.
Yeah. I think 870 and still potential 930s. But that one's going to get tighter because of earnings.
Okay, let's look at volatility and momentum. Hourly time frame, huge nosedive, expansion starting. Bi-hourly time frame, downside and contraction. Let's see the 15-minute time frame. 15-minute time frame does have a little bit of an upside, but I think that's confused because we have upside on the SMA 14, downside on the EMA 3. Curving. Yeah, 5-minute time frame downside, that's going to be curving in or cascading into the 10-minute. This is why the 15-minute has experienced that weird little twist. 30-minute is already suggesting the downside. Hourly downside. Bi-hourly still on a downside. Yeah, 3-hour downside.
Yeah, and ARM missed too. ARM took a shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. NVIDIA's supposed to be 880 tomorrow.
Oh, that would be super duper.
That was the target we were calling. They just didn't let it go. But it's starting to develop the divergences we need, you know?
Yeah. Oh,
so
dude. 100%.
880 tomorrow. Let's check AMD. I'm seeing downside, but I'm seeing like downside that may take a few days the way this is fucking moving.
Oh my goodness,
like they
dude.
literally may cuck everybody. And
check out this. Yeah, we have hidden bearish divergence from the main pivots on this top, which
because
is
it's getting ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, this is hidden bearish divergence validated, and we're moving below on a 4-hour time frame. I mean, this is visible from the 8-hour time frame, which is most important, right? Let's see. Oh, nice. No. Let's see. Could this one be the one? Yep. There it is. This is it? Nope. Still no. The 8-hour time frame is sucking. Well, it's all the way back here, but it's a huge drive. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean it's a phantom drive, hidden bearish divergence, and it's just miles long. So it's probably the weekly time frame, which is even better, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was also noticing that on the daily time frame, we were combating the support resistance conversion of your SMA 5. Sorry. So look at this. We're like bouncing off of that SMA 5. This that needs to stop.
Yeah.
The SMA 5 on the 12-hour is clearly resisting now, and now everything's kind of curving. So my preference would be 860 at the SMA 50 12-hour. Simple as that.
Now you're talking.
Now you're
dirty.
talking dirty. So other than this,
That would have to be rolling the 3-day ends tomorrow.
let's see the
And
3-day.
I got 870 on a 3-day.
So do I.
4-day. Okay, on a 4-day, which is basically 5 days away, I got NVIDIA 860.
You're looking at a 4-day.
I got 863, potential to slide to 850.
Oh. Let me do. I'm gonna add.
From the earnings, the 22nd, so that's the week before the earnings.
4-day time frame. That's it. Just opened, and that was a. It was an outside bar on that.
Yeah, I mean,
That's actually bullish.
Look where it opened.
All right. It opened gapped, and we
So
just
gap
closed.
down,
Yeah.
the gap back below it. This thing starts to pick up speed.
Wait a second. Yeah.
It should slide through all them red wicks and land at that inverted hammer body.
Dude, this has to
Right
land at the
there,
50%, 870.
1892.
We just got the 4-day open. This has got to retrace. Yeah, we just come up, validate resistances, close the gap, then 50% retrace on this, then to the moon.
And ARM just missed, so if NVIDIA takes its $20, $25 ATR, we'll be down there in no time.
And check this out. 5-day closure tomorrow, 16 hours, 18 minutes. That 5-day closure, we get that closed. That means that by Friday, this thing is going to be down to 880s, 888. 50% retrace on a 5-day. There's cascading downside here. All right, so then how about this? How about this?
Let's 885. Yeah, 885 maybe tomorrow. I like it.
How about this? Let's think bullish. Invalidate everything that we just said. Let me try. Let me go first. Higher highs, higher lows, break of market structure. But we're failing that market structure, so technically the range is between 890 to 906 as a validation of your newly found top. So if we start getting closures above 908, this will 920s and beyond. I'm still trying. I'm gonna really try to gain a bullish bias. Like at every let me do. Let's see this here. Well, it's mean reverting to 881 on a 6-hour. Hold on. Okay. I'm not done. Right? No.
Oh no.
CoinFox?
I found a 6. What? Can you hear me?
Relax yourself.
I found a 634.
A 634?
I'll talk to you about it later.
Dude, I remember earlier today I mentioned a 660? I wonder if it's the same thing you saw. Like Hold on.
But that's gonna take a while.
Dude, I'm trying. So how about this? We opened the 3-day at 845. We broke above the 1 standard deviation top side, and now we're validating a support of the 1 standard deviation 911 before a jump to 960. But
great.
But we're
short the fuck out of it.
But we're under by 6 points from that that 1 standard deviation. Let me go further, damn it. Okay, how about that? This we just bounced from the mean on a 4-day time frame.
Okay.
And now we've acquired the upside of the 1 standard deviation. The one standard
Okay.
deviation top side support is 899, and we just opened this candle, but you know, I'm not sure if we're gonna get the retracement. So the next move on this would be 2 standard deviations up to 990,
Okay.
and the 4-day VWAP top is 1095. Let's go. I don't know about that. Dude, give me a bullish case. Then you give me a bullish one.
I'm looking.
I love it, buddy.
I don't have one.
You're not even
really don't.
forced.
No, because, I mean, today we watched 904, 905 pop stuff. Over and over and over again.
Oh, dude.
And look at the 4-day or the 5-day, you got 905.50. Like that level, we watched it all damn day.
I gotta say, dude, that the freaking bull cases that I gave you were a little weak. Okay, so, but
For a little weak.
because
And I'm looking left. I mean, 905. Maybe you wick up to 907. I mean, like, I think this is setting up a beautiful short.
this, damn, the 12-hour time frame inverted head and shoulders. Did you
but
see
I'll
that?
I'll speak to that. If you look left, look at how long it took to build out that shoulder. Now, you mean to tell me that this shoulder is like an eighth of the size?
It should have already bursted.
So how about we pull back a little bit and we build out some more time, and then, you know, it makes its move for earnings.
Shoot, dude, this Gaussian band is. Hold on. Hold on. There
Sun
it
just
is.
came home.
There it is. Yeah, dude. It's the Gaussian. Look, we broke out of this freaking thing. The Gaussian band on a daily, and now we're retracing to validate your support, and that support is located freaking where? Look at the chart. Look at the number. It's 878.88. That's typically what happens, you know, with Gaussian bands. You validate your support before a continuation. This is a bullish setup no matter what, but I think it has a retracement. I really do think so. The only thing I'm afraid of really, dude, is actually the 12 and the 8 hour, because if we're looking at the 12-hour break, so let's say that we're speaking of retracing from red, reclaiming the inside of the Gaussian band in NVIDIA, you know, resisting from the mid band, coming back down to validate your bottom band, and then now we're breaking above the top band and validating the support level. But let's see historically what has happened when that happens. So here's reclaiming one time. The thing bursted here and then just took off from 453 to 509. This one time here did fail, but that was a head and shoulders too. That was a bull trap. You have a validator here, you know, 470s to 500. What about this time around? Wow. Ugh.
I think we have a beautiful level at 905, 906 that if that keeps rejecting, we gotta short that thing.
Yeah.
We watched it all day. Pop into it.
Look,
Stuff.
dude, look.
Pop into it.
Every single
Stuff.
time we've broken above, we've broken out of the red, we've come down to validate the support.
Mm-hmm.
This is a 12-hour time frame. We broke out here, but we never actually got that support validation there, so that's one off. Let me see here.
921 was clutch.
Validation takeoff is now on. Okay. This one too. We went up, we came back down, validated, and continued. Let me see this one, and we're breaking above, and we're validating. but there were a couple failures in there too. Oh, volume. Let me see. All green volume despite that. Okay, let me see this one.
Oh shit!
Increasing volume. Okay, what, dude?
I have more confluence with 643 on another time frame.
Ascending volume, really? Let me see here. Ascending volume. Okay. Yeah, there is ascending volume with upside price, and that typically tends to show when we're about to break out. And the difference here, drink some water, baby. The difference on this time around is that I think we have declining volume. So that would be the one to test it on is the head and shoulders. This one. Dude. Yeah, I think volume was declining here. Look. As we were leading to that top. So it did fail. And we're declining in volume. Holy crap.
Well, look at how it fell right back inside the band, too. It just gave up that hold on that 12 hour. Is that a 12 hour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the magical one.
You got that breakout candle. It gave up the whole move.
Yeah. The daily time frame. Dude,
I mean, people are going to call it a bull flag or whatever, but I mean, that's never good.
Look at the look at the daily time frame though. See where the candles are? I'll give you some candy, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
That feels like it. And down here, look at the target. That's 878.
Mm-hmm.
We need to validate the top.
And that band's looking like it wants to roll.
It does look like it wants to roll.
Now I'm looking at a 4 or 5 day. That thing gonna be down right in the center.
Bro, what is going on here? We're the biggest bears in the world right now.
I mean, here, just look straight left like 10 days. Look what happened. You had that big bullish candles peaked above, and then look what happened. It got slaughtered.
It got destroyed.
It got destroyed. We're in the same zone. So, I mean, I'm not saying we go all the way through it, but pulling into there deeper would be normal.
Please remember, YouTube, make sure to hit the link in the chat. Join the ARCa Bulls trading team today and come on by. I agree, dude. Man, I can't find a bullish case on this other than first a pullback and then a continuation.
And it loves to wick up at the open. So if we get lucky and get a 9-10 wick or something, it wicks up real quick. Oh boy,
let's go.
A gift. That'd be a gift.
Yeah, I think if we're coming up to this, what is the prior bar on a daily? That's your 905.55.
Yeah, that's the level for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally watched it get kicked in the face all day. Right there. So if we wick above, I'll probably still wait till we get below the 905.
Okay.
Because I pretty much know what's going to happen after that.
Dude, yeah, I'm getting declining volume on a daily, man. This is it's not looking like it wants to.
What about your volatility heat map thing?
Let me see on the hourly.
And a heat map thingy.
The heat map, yeah. Let me pull it up. Okay, hourly time frame. We have a nosedive on Stokes, and we're starting to expand. So if there's an expansion phase from the hourly time frame, let me see the 15. The 15-minute time frame is still contracting in really deep levels. So that, to me, there's a lack of interest at these levels. So 30-minute time frame. Let's see the hourly. Yeah, there's a bit of expansion in the hourly. We're still declining in the bi-hourly time frame. Dude, if this is still declining, look at the 3 hour, dude. We're curling at critical contraction. I mean, there's dude. This is representing the disbursement of returns, and it's at a minimum. It's at a minimum. And stochastic momentum is giving you that bias. So if I'm cascading downside from the freaking 15-minute to the 30 hourly to the 3 hour, then this is reading a potential couple days of red. So we have a direction that we can trade, that we can trend trade and counter trend trade in that one solid downside.
I think so.
Oh man, but yeah, the heat map is telling us that it's about ready to expand in one direction, dude.
Dude, check meta. It looks just as juicy.
Really?
Just as juicy, bro.
Let me see. Oh, it does. Huge stochastic downside. Let me see. 10-minute time frame. 5-minute time frame. Immediate short-term upside validations for resistance are coming up. I would say anywhere well, we could maybe double top at the prior day high, today's high, 475. It's 4 points away. We're talking about an ATR here of $17, and it feels pretty frothy. So maybe we get that immediate. I can actually see how much upside. Let me find it in the RSI. Oh crap! It's already kind of there. This is damn. We'll get lucky if we reach 473 or 475 at this type of resistance. Yeah. It's already facing resistance.
455, 456, or potentially the pivot at 450. Like 3, 4, 5 days.
Bro.
I'm seeing possibly tomorrow. Just if it pops tomorrow, 480. That would be one of those stupid, jobs report wicks or something. There might be some kind of juke in the morning, real quick.
Well, the entire market hasn't been running its ATR full extension at all. So I think that what's curious is that we're still running $17 ATR on this daily, but so if it does start to increase volatility towards the downside, sure, we could see a 17-point drop on this. That'd be pretty insane. And I think so? I know why. You have this this already kind of happened. I see. It was this was a falling wedge on an hourly. You have a falling wedge. You had the breakout retest of the regression right over here, right? Continuation to the upside. This is take profit for the center of the target. This was take profit for the very hind of the wedge. And then from there is all discretion. Whatever the markets, whatever else is helping it lead the way. But this, it was a formation breakout. Every target was led in the every target was met into that upside. Let me actually see. You know what? I haven't even looked at moving averages and stuff. This looks. Dude, hourly reclaim on that SMA 50. That's not bad. Dude, that's actually bullish. Damn it. Why would this go up? What happened? Oh, jobs?
I'm thinking that's the only real catalyst we have in the morning pre-market. But, just...
Because we could validate the SMA 50 at 489 as a resistance.
And that was actually the earnings gap.
We closed it today.
Did we?
Yeah. 473.21. Oh, no. We still need 484.87. Yeah. So for 485, 484 to that SMA 50, you're right. It's right at the gap.
Yeah, so tomorrow we may not get the downside on Meta.
Chad, come up, buddy.
Because I'm looking at 4 or 5 day charts too, so I'm seeing it in 4 or 5 days out kind of thing.
Sure.
So
I see what you're
tomorrow
saying.
may not be it.
The 5-day time frame is an SMA 5 resistance. You know, I want to. Yeah, I want to know. I want to know the overall trade. I'll channel that. What's up, buddy?
Hey, ARCa, how are you doing, buddy?
Chilling, dude. How are you?
Pretty good. It's funny, one good trade just posted some picture, but anyways.
It's
he
the
was saying-
Gex.
yeah,
gamma
I was gonna ask something considering what he was saying the other day. He was saying that Intel
buy
might
at
be the
28.
next NVIDIA, and he said it's going down to around 28. Can you have a look at that after when you get a sec?
Yeah, dude. We can.
It's been steady coming down. I just want to know how far it's gonna go down.
He was telling us that buying at 27 or $28. What you think in one good trade?
It's lived its life for decades in that range.
Right. This
Right.
is
Gonna bust
support.
up.
This is a
Gonna go
historical
up.
support, is what he's saying.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I like it is because they're going to build a foundry. They're getting money to build chips to compete with Taiwan Semiconductor and.
Yeah, wasn't it like $7 billion or something?
Wow.
They're part of that package, yeah. So
Yeah.
I've been looking at them too for long after you mentioned that, and yeah, I like it.
listen, it's not NVIDIA. It's not, but it's
No, but it's gonna I
it's
know
a place you can park money when it gets down there because it's not going to fucking $5.
a long-term trade.
I think it's a long-term trade. It's a setup, and you don't put all your money into it. If you can get averages down there and wait for it to turn around. Listen, NVIDIA was a $10 stock for decades. Okay? That's all I can say. AMD, well, maybe not a $10 stock. AMD was a $2 stock for decades, for a long time. I traded it. So, you got to find these stocks when nobody likes them, and hopefully nobody likes this, and it keeps coming in. And they build a foundry and start developing chips that they can sell here in the States that will compete. That's my 2 cents. But
Intel is. They have they sell them here too. The Intel Inside core, the multi-core processors, all of those are sold here. So they're competing. This is probably going to recover like in the next month or two. It's going to go back up. These guys are highly competitive when it comes to the central processing units of computers and stuff. The only thing that I don't like is that now Apple kind of dismissed them from their product line because they're focusing on their proprietary chips, like the what are they called, the Max chips, or what, the silicon
they're coming
chips.
out with the new M4s.
Yeah, those. So they're proprietary to Apple. So Intel kind of took the back seat, but Intel is everything on a PC, on Windows computers.
Well, I would say for the homegrown computer guy, right?
Yeah. No, hell no. Everything. HP builds them with Intel Core i9 chips built in. There's your tablets with where it says in the sticker Intel inside. So these guys are probably going to pop up with something that has to do. I heard in the grapevine that Intel was trying to incorporate AI hardware, not a software-based solution. So they're potentially building a hardware artificial intelligence chip to integrate onto their boards or into their CPUs, and that is going to be stupid powerful. Mm-hmm. So everything right now is just software-based and using the GPUs, which is why AMD and NVIDIA, SMCI, all the semis are facing some good power right now. But as soon as Intel starts releasing the central processing AI chips, that's outside of NVIDIA's power. Like, these guys are probably going to go towards $300, $400, $500 into the 3-4 years from now. I strongly believe it.
Anybody played a Pfizer?
Dude, we were just talking about it today, brother. Options came up and said, who was talking about Pfizer? And he said, was it one good trade? We said, yeah. And he said, dude, that's a great play. So, bro, thank you so much for sharing with us these these tickers, brother. Thank you. What about you?
And,
Are you parking some cash?
What was the other one I gave you guys?
Rocket Lab, RKLB.
Rocket Lab.
Yeah.
It had shitty earnings, but it popped above.
Yeah, and it had a great 2 days of gains after you told us.
Right.
There was
they're starting to buy. I'm not saying they as the group I'm with. I'm saying they. If you take a look at sweeps, they're starting to buy $5 sweeps for. I don't know if it's June, July. Take a look. They're starting to sweep them up.
Yeah, the June 24th sweeps feels like it. Oh yeah, that's right. We did see that. Big time number. I think 100K numbers.
Yeah. So take a look at that.
Yeah.
Someone knows something.
Someone knows something.
Right. Are you guys playing Carvana to the short side?
Oh no, it's ready. Let's go take a look.
What do you mean?
Let's go. Oh, dude, 5-day SMA 200 resistance. This is coming down to 94, bro. Let's go.
Yeah, so there was a tweet from not Muddy Waters.
Don't tell me it's Capybara or the Motley Fool or what.
No, somebody better. Some
Citron?
hedge. No, Citron don't do that no more. What the hell was it? I just had it on the tip of my tongue and you said a word. And
Sorry, buddy.
No, something fund. Whatever. You'll see it in the news. There was a tweet that this is going to be this should be investigated. The way they calculate their earnings, because they're the only company in the world that's making $6,000 a car.
What? Oh my God! They would come up with anything to mess somebody up here.
Right.
Damn, dude.
So that's basically it. If you take a look at it on the daily instead of a 5-day, you'll see.
Let's take a look.
It came out on earnings came out, beat the street, gapped up 30 points or something stupid, and
it's about to
now
break
they're
that
going,
inflection.
Now they're going after it, and they're tweeting bad news about it. Like, basically they're calling for an investigation.
Damn.
Right.
So
Because they made $6,000 a car they sold.
Whoa.
That's a lot of money.
I don't
Used
actually
cars.
disagree with that.
No, so
What the hell are they doing over there?
right, ask your son if he makes $6,000 a car when they sell them.
No, they don't.
$6,000.
They might be lucky if they make $1,200,
Right. They make the
$1,500.
money on lowballing the trade-in.
Yeah, whatever it is, these guys are making $6,000 a car. That's how it's calculated. And it wasn't Citron. It wasn't Muddy Waters. There's another company out there that does short raids. And they mentioned it. And as soon as they mentioned it, stock rolled. So let's see. Problem is, if you look historically, when this stock gaps, it doesn't really come back to test the gap.
Yeah. Hence
It doesn't
here.
break. It didn't break the gap there. It didn't break the
Here.
gap below it. Never tested it again.
So like over the last few gaps here, many
So the last
gaps.
2 gaps.
Even the smaller
Right.
time frame ones. There's another one right here.
Right.
43 to 44 never came back to test it.
This is very highly shorted.
Yeah.
Very
34%.
shorted. Yeah. This is like, if you get on the wrong side of this goes. But
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that gap's a little severe, though.
This dude, we're talking about but 111 takes you to 98. 111 takes you to 107 first. So 107 validate year 111, 112, secondary stops.
the
97.
earnings just happened this week.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I want to find that post, brother.
yeah, it was a tweet, something just that
Nice,
the tweet
man.
came out, the stock went short. And the other big thing is insiders are selling millions and millions of dollars worth of securities right now.
Oh, wow.
So not to spread any
Yeah.
rumors, But the due diligence we're looking at is earnings came out, they beat the street, they sell cars for more than anybody else can sell a car for and make profit on. Stock rips up, which is a short squeeze. Whatever.
Some dude posted.
I'm reading it. Add warranties to the profits. Yeah, okay.
There's this guy that posted this thing here. It says, if you were wondering whether the torrid pace of roaches running executive insider Carvana stock sales every day after their trading window opened after its Q1 2024 accounting fraud results, the answer is absolutely Carvana.
Right.
Holy crap, dude. They are.
Listen,
they're being
just
attacked.
be wary. They're being attacked.
Yeah. Yeah, they're being attacked for sure. And it looks like paid.
I'm just saying, right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm just saying they're being attacked.
They are. And whatever the market believes is what we trade. So we trade the chart. We don't care if it's true or not. We just do it. Carvana filing today. Let's see. That was May 7th. Don't worry. While dilution has been massive, Carvana doesn't have nearly 900 million shares outstanding. Most of these are the 10 votes for every Class B share. The scumbag criminal owners have to control their criminal enterprises. And they were showing this right here. Wow, dude. Talk about allegations here, man. Damn.
Did you go through Tesla?
No, we actually haven't.
Yeah, Hindenburg's research. There you go.
Hindenburg Research? Ooh.
Hindenburg. Yeah, they came out. So they tweeted it. They're gonna look into it.
Hindenburg. Let's see.
So it's Hindenburg, Muddy Waters, Citron, Motley Fool, all those clowns.
Yeah.
Basically, what I really think it is somebody stuck short, and they're like,
They're trying
God
to break it
help
down.
me. How can I get out of this? Call Citron. Let them fucking squeeze it.
That is terrible, bro. Damn. Somebody got stuck.
I don't know.
Fucking assholes. That sucks, dude.
Keep your eye on it. Keep your eye on it. But you saw that they're going after Tesla, right?
They're going after Tesla again. It ran up
Yeah,
too
that
high.
That was this morning.
Oh,
News broke that they're coming after Tesla because he claimed that his cars were self-driving when they weren't in the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what.
In China or Asia or wherever they released it recently, right?
No, when he first came out with the car.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
They showed there was recently a video. I forgot where I saw it. It was a Tesla self-driving vehicle literally going the wrong side of the street. I don't know if it was. I don't know how true that was, bro. But freaking
Those
hell,
things used to crash all the time, remember?
yeah.
So stock
Every
was up
time
today?
one would crash or catch
Yeah.
on fire, stock
Yeah.
would dump.
Stock opened at 171.65, made a top of 176.06, covering
Yeah, so
covering a
maybe
little
today.
portion of that gap. Yeah.
Oh.
And then closed at 174.72. Post hours 174.33. It's on a downtrend.
Yeah, so there's got to be some type of black swan event coming soon.
Damn. Let's go. So
that would
man,
explain the downside targets we have hitting in the next 3 days.
we can't find a bullish case, bro, unless
Listen, don't step in front of the train. There's a train coming. The NVIDIA prints good news. Market,
rocket
I think,
ship.
takes off again.
Yeah.
Because they already came out and said, they're not raising rates. They're looking for reasons to drop the rate. And he finally got his first piece of good news, when was it? Monday, Tuesday, or whatever it was, Friday, where unemployment
Oh,
So-
yeah. We get jobs tomorrow too, so we got to check that out. And today, ARM missed and just a huge decline. Right, there was what was it? 12 points, I think, 14-point decline.
I don't know. I used to trade stocks a lot. I got into trading futures, and I'm trading NQ.
It's a big mover, dude.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Tesla for the longest time was my stock. Trading video a little bit. AMD was my stock for a long time. But these rides that I can get in NQ is pretty cool. Pretty exhilarating.
That's very cool, man. Yeah.
Not for the faint of heart. And there's nothing wrong with trading micros.
Yeah, no, not at all. Micros are giving you, well, at least in the macro S&P, the macro ES is giving you what, 12 points per point, $12 per point. And
right.
the
the
ES
only difference is how many. The only difference is how many points it moves.
ATR, right? Your micro, well, the E-minis are giving you what, like 64, 70 ATR daily? So your micros are probably just under half that, maybe 20 to 30. And then NAS is probably in the hundreds.
Yes, it is.
That thing is massive, dude. Very cool. Very cool. One of our traders here just started trading the micro E-minis. And he was wondering, he was trying to get some edge. Are you strictly price by itself?
Just trading price. Just trading price.
Your pivot points, inflections.
Right, using pivot points, riding EMA, an 8 EMA. So
on
it depends.
Your 1 minute time frame?
I don't even use don't use minutes. On that, we'll use ticks.
Oh, a tick chart. Yeah, I guess be easier to identify formation.
Yeah, very easy on a 100 ticks or 133. Then on range, I'll use a 30, and then I'll have a minute chart up to for 1 minute. But I'd rather watch a 5 to just get formations again. See what the pattern is.
Sure.
And trade that. But I handicap it a little bit because I have the same way I would trade my Nvidia or any of those stocks. I have a list of
supports and resistances historically.
No, not only that. I just what I watch on. You see where it says ARCa's bull on the top. So and you have a list coming down. I'm talking basically on Discord. I have
on Discord,
a list. Yeah, I have a list of stocks that are basically in NASDAQ, in NQ. So if I start seeing them light up and start ticking green, I'm getting on board. I'm getting long. If I start seeing it get red, I'm getting short. Right?
So you
you
believe that?
List.
Yeah, so you
I
believe
have a watch list. That's stocks that are in NQ. It's N.
Yeah, they have
under the NASDAQ.
in the ETF.
Yeah,
in the ETF, and I watch them and I see what they're doing, and that's how I trade it.
So you believe that the smaller stocks start making incremental moves, and that can be your hint into futures moving up, in spite of them moving.
It's either right. Listen, it's either the futures are moving. This is just like the S&P. When you trade in the S&P 500, either they're using the ETFs to move the market, or there's internal stocks that are moving.
Like the sectors, like tech is moving it, finance is moving it, or whatever.
Right. So you have to be aware of that. You have to be aware of what's going on. But it makes it easier for me, instead of watching the S&P 500, now I'm looking at stocks that are inside
the Qs.
NDX,
or NDX.
And that, or NDX or the Qs, and it's easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can check your biggest weights and you know, okay, these
Right.
these 10 stocks have 50% of the weight.
Yeah, they have 35% of the weight, 40% of the weight. If they're starting to pump, I'm going long.
Yeah, sure.
But I'm utilizing software. Like, this isn't interview one good tonight, but I'm going to give you a real briefing. You know, everybody has their own softwares they like. I just started on this Ninja Trader software. Dude, that sucker is powerful. Powerful software for the retail trader. That's all I can say.
Nice. Hell yeah. All right. And that's how you have your watch list light up.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah. So, listen, when I was trading equities on a daily basis, I used to use a high-low ticker. Stocks that I make, I don't care what's in the high-low ticker. Didn't matter to me. I just needed to see what's moving. Are we getting more lower lows for the day, or are we getting more higher highs for the day? If we get more higher highs for the day, it's one of my indicators to go along. You can tell me all the stories you want in the world. If you're visually able to see what the market's doing, you know, my trades aren't for me and Joe, me and CoinFox. You know, Joe, he knows. If I'm in a trade for a minute and a half, that's a long time.
It's too long, yeah.
If I'm in a trade 5 minutes, that's an investment.
Yeah.
You know,
You could very well get stuck like that, sure.
You know, Joe knows when, you know, he sees how I trade. I show him. I showed him a lot of stuff, what I do. You know, I don't know who's listening, so I really can't talk too much. But at the end of the day, low float stocks with high volume, that's what I like to trade. I like to trade that. I like to trade high vol names. You know, when Tesla was moving, Nvidia is moving. You know, AMD used to be a really good one, and then it died down. You know, and now NQ, and I'm trading for a very long time. And this is the first time I'm ever trading futures, and I'm learning.
But you already have a
Futures-
pretty cool setup, brother. Very
well,
nice strategy.
Right. Well, listen. There was a day I used to bully stocks. You can't bully the NQ
No,
or the ES.
You're not moving that yet. You're not moving the line at all.
But I could on
Low
Nvidia.
floats, Oh, what?
No,
Nvidia?
I could do it on Nvidia. I could do it on Tesla. Joe knows. You see, whatever.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
It's not how much money you have. It's see, you guys. You have to see where the algorithm is, what the algorithm is doing. You see 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 coming across 10. Those people are searching for where the real order flow is. Some people say, you know, that's people buying, you know, the ETFs. And listen, great, they're buying the ETFs. That's bullshit. If I start stacking 100 on the bid, and there's nothing on the offer that I'm stacking, I guarantee you I'm going to hold that stock there, and if I start taking out the offers a little bit, stock's going up.
Yeah.
Because nobody's showing 100, 200, 300, 500. And anybody that is, they're so far away from the market. I don't know. It is what it is, guys. Good luck. You know.
Appreciate you so much, brother.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys. So what's the play for tomorrow?
Probably ARM and NVIDIA.
So what do you think about ARM? ARM came out with earnings tonight. Good, bad, or indifferent. Where can it come down to before we buy it?
92.35, 94.92. Your lowest inflection 85.71. I don't know that it gets all the way down there.
Tomorrow?
Yeah. I mean, we're running a almost $7 ATR on this, so this could run into the 90s. I don't think we'll make it to the 85 though. But I think that this bounces soon. Typically speaking, we've been getting these declines and then complete recoveries on all these stocks. So,
what was the GEX today? You know?
You put the picture up. I'm sorry. Let me see.
No, that was a GEX for Nvidia. Let me get the GEX for this.
Where's Nvidia? Let's see. That was the Gex for the Russell you sent.
Was it?
Yeah. I'm like 2,000. What?
Here's the Gex to arm. Max Payne is at wow, we're blowing through it. Yeah. Copy image. Let me push.
I'm gonna share.
I've been
on
having a
YouTube.
problem moving out of other rooms, coming back into this. Yeah. There's the Gex. That was today's Gex. I'll push in the morning.
Oh, James, send me the link to that room that does the Gex. Because my guy said he can join that room and he can automatically tie it to our bot. So when we type in the symbol, it'll go to his Discord and pull it and post it in ours.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So send me the invite to that room where you get those.
Yeah, take a look at the May. This is your May 10. Open interest on that is ridiculous, bro. That's almost 700. That's 700K on the call side. Jeez, dude. Max Payne 105, dude. I think I think we get a short-term downside. This probably rips back up.
That was today.
Say again.
That was today's Gex. It may change tomorrow.
Oh, right, of course. And huge 14 point. I'm not exactly sure how. Where did it open, by the way?
I think it only dropped like what, 6% or something.
Yeah, right. So 107 opened today. Dropped to 95.19 and closed at 96.53. 107. Let's measure it. So
And they actually beat revenue.
10%. At one point it was 11.5%, but yeah, it closed at around 10% decline. And let's see, so 107. Yeah, it was an 11-point move. It was about equivalent to 2 ATRs, 2 daily ATR. Not bad. It was I mean, we saw what it did in the last earnings though, man. This thing this thing went from $73 to one freaking 64, 63. Jeez. I mean, granted, it was over the span of maybe 4 days, 3 days, whatever that was. But still, that was an exaggerating upside. Did they have an announcement alongside the earnings beat?
Well, I saw a post on Twitter. Someone saying that that's Sam. He's pretty well known. He said that it appears that they're not actually making the type of chips they say they are. It's more for mobile devices and not really for computers.
Yeah, they're looking to do.
He listened to the call. He said there's some big fuckery going on there.
I think they're working on some self-driving shit in automobiles.
Are they really? Wow.
Yeah, I'm in BlackBerry.
BlackBerry?
I can't believe they're still around.
Making a
Man.
comeback.
It's all military, I guess, because I don't know anybody with a BlackBerry.
I don't know anyone either.
Oh, no, I'm talking seriously about their software. Everything is trying to go automation for cars, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Thought I read that.
Damn, dude. Wow. So, yeah, maybe ARM could be in play here. There's a spike in volatility, of course. And it's tied at the hip with SMCI, NVIDIA. Let me take a look at SMCI. Really didn't get affected, though. And SMCI has a daily ATR of around 71.
Yeah, I won't trade that. That scares the shit out of me.
This one's really scary.
Yeah, listen, I like high volume stocks.
Yeah, SMCI is thin and spready. Fuck that.
Yo, you could park a truck in between that spread.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It didn't affect it at all. It did affect Nvidia.
Because there were no orders.
Yeah, that's true. Nvidia fell 4 or 5 points from the daily close. So we were at 904.12 daily close, and it came down to 898.65. Where is it in the 24-hour market? Let me see.
Intel's getting beat up. It came down to 29.75. What else are you looking at?
Intel, that thing looks like she's going lower. 20.
Yeah. No, I'm just, as you guys are talking now, you got me charting.
I don't see how it doesn't go to $25.
We were speculating a potential play on Disney.
Oh, the Pedo Island?
Pedo Island, potential retracement from its huge miss or decline.
Oh, yeah. Fuck Disney. I hate that motherfucker.
Yeah. For some reason we had
to 100.
Yeah, potentially recovers back to it's it's at 105 right now, so back to the 117s, 118s. We still have resistances coming up at around 114, 115 level. And
Really?
if anything, I felt like this could also fall a little deeper, specifically to 98, 96 maybe.
Yeah, the retrace wouldn't even start till next week. Let these options expire.
What do the options change say?
I don't know, but they're holding it down here,
Right, that's what.
I don't think it's even going to 110 within the next 2 weeks.
Can you use Tony's system to see, or no? That it doesn't.
Yeah,
show.
I don't know right now. I'm in bed.
I typically use Quick for your the matrix open interest on a particular ticker. Man, great stuff.
Look at GM as a chart on a daily.
GM.
I mean, yeah, just visual. I'm not asking you to do anything. Just look. It's been chugging. That's like a 45-degree chugging.
Oh, what the hell? This is that's freaking Ford. It's $2 total consolidation range, and then this is man, it's got a 99-cent average true range. You think this is gonna fall?
I have no clue. I'm just looking at stocks now on a 1-year chart and going through my list, and like Meta.
Did you just say 1-year chart?
Yeah.
A one
Yeah,
annual.
daily. 1 year. The daily.
The daily 1 year, yeah.
Yeah, daily 1 year. I can't visually see my 5 minute, 3 minute, 1 minute. That's what I trade on.
GM looks all right. Max downside would probably be like $38, and she's going $50, 51s.
Did you guys talk about Apple already?
No, we should look at it. Dude.
I think it's got 185 coming.
God. Let's see. Dude, oh man.
They announced fucking news. They announced news today. About their chip. Their new
This probably tests all-time highs again, bro, in the next
I think so too. 200?
Yeah. Yep.
I think so too. The only downside is that Buffett sold 13% of his holdings.
Right. This has a huge signal, bro. We're increasing volume here with upside too. there's a massive volatility spike, upside stochastics on the 3-day and bi-daily. This is likely.
Whoa.
This is likely going to rip.
Apple 175, man.
Yeah, sure. We have the 170.
Look at the bi-weekly.
Let me see.
That's your 175.
Oh,
Should
immediate short-term retrace. Sure, hell yeah, I see it. That would be a potential. Look at your monthly. That's
Yeah.
It's not bad. Bi-monthly time frame also has this outside green bar. Bullish engulfing on both. Quarterly chart still kind of struggling outside bar on that. But yeah, dude. Yeah, your bi-weekly. That's and your weekly is about to end, and huge, tiny little inside.
Yeah, I want to believe it goes to all-time highs, but
It's a 3-day signal though, so those are weeks ahead. So I'm thinking maybe 4, 5, 6 weeks down the line, this probably goes back to 200.
been stuck here for a year between 200 and 170, 168.
This center, it's a 50% of the range here, bro. Like, we're right there. Yeah. We have to convert this into support before continuation. We're breaking above it. So I don't see why this wouldn't actually come down to pick up some more bulls down there at the 175s, 176s. You know, get some more, grab that liquidity and then rip this thing.
Look at Netflix. That thing was...
Wiggle is saying 204 target for this. Yeah, Netflix, bro. That's another one that's been moving really nicely.
Big ATR now.
Big time, dude. Look at the daily. What the hell? It did its gap, and it still continued.
Unfortunately for the bulls, tomorrow it's going to be at 150, 595.
I bet. You know what?
Going to gap down, test that, and
how about a breakout on RTX?
Let's go RTX. Oh yeah, we're right around the corner. 106.01 break on that. That's probably gonna go. We have the volume moving up on a monthly time frame, dude. Let's see the daily. The daily is already above a critical zone, dude. That's converting it into support. Tomorrow we see above 105. This has about $1.50 in average true range.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
105, maybe 106.
Mm-hmm.
All-time high test.
Wow, dude, yes.
Good stuff.
And then Israel announced a ceasefire, and it comes down.
Doesn't matter.
Straight up, straight down. Straight up,
no,
straight down.
They have a lot of inventory that they have to build due to the war. Believe it or not, this is not like producing hamburgers. They have backlog.
I bet.
So there's a real store of value here.
Oh, yeah. They can't make weapons fast enough.
And it wasn't too long ago, bro. October 2023, we were $60. This thing is above 100
Well,
now.
This thing was down because of an engine. You know, they make engines too.
Oh, cool.
Something happened.
That must have been the discount there, man. That was.
Yeah. One of the kids in my room started building a position. Every day he toots his horn.
We're talking about lows from January 2021. It was never going to see that again, you know?
No. I'm talking about... This just happened. It just fell apart. 68. He's been holding it since 69, 70. So
just a few months ago.
That was like, a couple of months ago.
Damn.
2 quarters ago.
Yeah. Super reason. And I do think, bro, I genuinely think this is
the same kid that this is the same kid that talks up Rocket Labs.
Oh.
He's just into the space war, all this bullshit. And then when I tell him Take a look at this stock, like ALLR, like it's a low float stock ripping from maybe $1 to $5 or whatever. Oh, I don't look at penny stocks, bro. Rocket Labs, it's a fucking penny stock. What are you talking about? Oh no, it's not. Yeah, okay. It's all about perception, and that's what I'm going to leave you with. Perception. You perceive it's going higher. You can talk other people it's going higher. Stock's going higher.
There's a bullish engulfing on a 6-month, bro. It's over in a month and 20 days. As long as this thing could continue itself above 98.83, this is going to print the biggest bullish engulfing ever. Holy shit. This boy's going.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
RTX, dude. This.
Right, yeah, but you could also take a look at what Raytheon did, right, compared to the other, how can I say this, war stocks.
Yeah, like Northrop Grumman.
Northrop, look at them. They fucking, those things ripped.
Those LMT.
Look how high they are.
Yeah,
yeah, LMT. I don't understand how we're not trading LMT, bro. This thing, it's got a $6 average true range, and it's $466. I just don't, maybe I should just chart the damn chart and trade the chart.
You want me to tell you why?
Why, brother?
I'm going to tell you why. Because everybody's got $1 and a dream. Not a lot of people can buy 1,000 shares of a $460 stock. More people can get involved in stocks that are $10 and less. A lot of the names that people get involved in, like buy on a daily basis, stocks aren't more than $50. Whether it's going to the Gap or going to Wendy's or using an app on your phone like Snap. Yeah. Here, I'll give you a great idea. What about Save? Somebody better save this company because it's going to go out of business. Because Save gave away all their planes when they thought they were getting bought out. Now they leased them.
Oh, damn.
Listen, a lot of this is listening to the earnings call.
The forward guidance, yeah.
Just seeing what they have to say.
Is this a huge inverse head and shoulders on the bi-weekly? This thing is it's going to 540, bro. 550 LMT. Oh my goodness.
Jeez.
Dude.
Sebastian, I played ALLR. The day it breaks, the day it runs. I don't hold anything, and realistically, if I'm holding it, like I said before, 5 minutes, 3 minutes.
Love you, buddy. Immediate short term.
Have a good night, sir.
Like micro time.
Yeah. Micro.
Later, Chad. Hell yeah, man. But yeah, dude.
That looks good, the LMT.
Yeah, this looks real good. I think something's about to burst on this one too, man. Hell yeah.
When's earnings? Watch out for dividends.
Right.
Yeah, the ex-Davy.
Dividend coming up.
They had earnings last month.
June 3rd, dividends. Earnings, it was on April 23rd.
Yeah, so they might run it up to Divvy.
Uh-huh.
And then if you really want to live dangerously, as long as you don't blow any whistles.
Yeah.
LMT looking good though, dude.
Dude, remember when we were talking about BA 160 like 2 weeks ago, and then it ripped up to like 170, and we just forgot about it?
Oh yeah, we even plotted it. We knew it was going there.
Bro.
What the hell? Yeah, that reminder list thing.
They faked us out. We had it all planned out.
I need to start getting my damn list. Here, this is going to be the start of it. You see my list right now?
All right.
Bam, boy. Yeah, I'm going to restart the structure on this because I can't have that happen again, dude. We missed CGC for that. We missed DJT's pullback. We've missed the one that you just mentioned. Shit, man. We're leaving money on the table like crazy, bro. No way. I can't do that.
You know how you don't miss? I'm going to teach you guys something. Throw
Alerts.
a marker. No, throw a marker at it. Forget about alerts. Throw a lot in, and I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. Throw one share in at where you want to buy it, and just let it go.
And then you'll notice when it's up.
Yeah, how about this? You'll notice when your account goes ding.
Yep.
Oh shit! I gotta find. What am I gonna do with this?
Good point.
One share. How bad can you get hurt? You can't get hurt. That's what I use for marker lots. Alerts I don't look at. It's a marker lot. Put it in. Let me see what I'm doing.
Dude, good tip.
Just one share.
Hell yeah.
You know, I understand if it's a $400 stock, but it's still
Yeah, but
one share.
even still, you only have like
It's $400.
$6 to $12 in ATR. It's $12. Like no.
The problem is a lot of people don't have large enough accounts in order for you to do. You know, I'm looking at 20 stocks.
Yeah.
Right, so it eats up their buying power. So that's why I understand alerts. You know, instead of putting in a market a lot.
I am pretty good with alerts, and that's because my account's not that big. So
yeah, so that's great. That's great. That's why people follow you. That's why I should follow you, because you're putting alerts up, and you should, you know, I don't know where on this channel an alert should come up that this is a level intraday. You're getting long end or short. Dude, the fact of the matter is the alert is what you should be able to put out. Not anything more. People should be able to trade on their own.
Oh yeah. Not the play itself, right?
Not the play. It's the alert, because you already talked about it. Mm-hmm. This is what we're going to do, and this is why we're going to do it. Okay.
Dude, we can set that up easy.
Yeah, we should do that.
You just make an alert on the chart, and you put the webhook in there, and then you make a bot on the Discord, which takes 10 minutes, and you use that webhook.
You to trading? You can do that? Wow, that's cool.
It's on your channel, DJT at $50 support or whatever, you know, wherever you put the alert.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like, just like I have them in my room where it says AMD crossing above VWAP, spied wide range bar up, you know, whatever. It's just
you hear me mention this every single day. I say, all right, guys, we're waiting for the break of this. I'm going to put an alert here when we get close to that. We're waiting for this. We're waiting for that. And every single time we hear the prr, 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 and we go right to it.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you just put it on one of these channels where all the alerts are, and it just...
That's what Coin is saying. Dude, that's great stuff, bro. Hell
1, 2, 3.
Damn, let's go. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you for the suggestion, boys.
All right, gentlemen. I'm going to go and get some sleep, man.
Let's get some rest in.
What, James? You going to go trade?
No, I'm going to go.
Oh, shit. I'm going to get some London.
Oh, that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the market to open another hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, Bitcoin shit the bed too, guys. That was interesting.
Oh, wow.
Dropped to 61,000 today, and
just don't move.
All right.
All right, guys. Have a good night and a good day tomorrow. I'll see if I'll drop by in a room and push in the GEX on S&P and NQ, and if you want anything else, let me know.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks, appreciate it.
That's I can't do that, which you requested. I have to speak to the guy that owns the room.
There we go.
You understand, Joe?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's all good.
Appreciate you, brother.
No problem.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Have a good night, team. I'm going to go ahead and sign out now from the rest of the stream here. We had people chilling with us. John, love you, buddy. Have a very good night, team. JP, take care, you guys. Let's go ahead and sign out and say goodbye. Oh, yeah. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Never, ever, never, never, never. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well. A very, very good rest of your night and or day. And I'll catch you at the Bell Mañana. Adios. yeah.